Good morning, welcome to Something Saturday. So I was sitting here last night thinking, what am I going to do for my video today? And then I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to get a bit of paper out and start fiddling around with it. And I came up with an idea. So yay, go ideas. And this was kind of my thought, was that it would look really cool to create a card like this. So then it can just flatten, go into your envelope, and then the recipient gets this really cool card that can sit on the mantel shelf or wherever like that. So I thought, well, seeing as we're not quite there for Christmas, I was going to do it for Christmas, and then I've just realised this is actually going to appear after Christmas. That's clever. Okay, never mind. It can be a New Year's card or a something else card, but I've already cut the pieces for it, so secretly between you and me, it's a Christmas card. I'll just get started on Christmas early. Whoops. Didn't think of that when I was thinking about the fact that I was doing a card. Okay, so let's do it anyway. Can't believe that. What you need is a piece of A4 cardstock to begin with. Let's just chuck that out of the way. And you want to cut it in half at 10 point. Actually, you know what might be simpler? Score it first, because then you're scoring both sides at the same time. So you want to score it at 9.9 because this is just under 30 centimetres, and so therefore 9.9 it will score into 3. Okay, 9.9, that wasn't very clever. What's 9.9 times 2? Oh, that's really sad, isn't it? 9. Oh, you know what? Actually, forget that. I'll just score it from the other side. In fact, if I turn it over, that's even cleverer because then I can score it from both sides and it'll fold right. Oh, see, the brain is working sometimes. Okay, so now I have a score mark on this side and a score mark on this side. Perfect. And then we're going to cut it in half at 10.5. So 10.5, chop it in half, and we have 2. And so where the score line is indented, you fold away from it. So potentially you're going to end up with that, and you're going to end up with that. So you'll have 2 that look identical like that, and hopefully fold into 2 identical pieces, which is good because they seem to. So marvellous, my measurements were correct. Woohoo! Good start. All right, so what we then want to do is we want to cut to sort of like from the midpoint up to the midpoint. So I've calculated the midpoint to be about 4.95 along here and about 5.3 up. So let's see whether we can do this. So what did I say? 4.95. So it's just a smidgen under the 5 mark. And then you want to cut it up to, you know what, I'm going to change my glasses because these ones are slightly stronger, which is why they have little X on the back of them. It's like extra large, but, you know, not. Oh, look at that. I can now see. I could see with the other ones. It's just that this one's even clearer to see the little tiny marks. Sad, isn't it, when you get to the point where you need glasses that are stronger. So we are going to move it up to the 5.3 mark, and I'm just going to go and score that a couple of times in the hope that maybe it will have scored all the way through. So hallelujah, it has. And I'm just going to do exactly the same. So we've got a smidgen under 5 centimetres that we're putting it to here, and then we want to go up to about 5.3, which is there, and up and down and up and down, and that gives us the same thing. So hopefully that is in the middle. Fingers crossed. We shall find out in a sec. All right, I will put all the measurements out on my blog, so you don't need to stress. So what now happens is you've got them both up like this, so both of them have those. One of them needs to turn up the other way so that it is going to then slot in like this. 1, 2, 3, and a bit of persuasion. Bit more persuasion. Come on, we can do this. I know I cut you to the right amount. So in theory, if you have cut it to 5.3, then it has like a smidgen more that just gives you that little bit extra movement. And look at that. Yay. All right. So I reckon that's a really cool idea for a card, and probably someone else has come up with it beforehand, but you know, it's just my way of thinking about things, that I just sit and play sometimes and come up with an idea. So then what I have done is I have pre-cut myself a few pieces here, and I have used, give me a sec, I'll just pop those aside. I have used this paper here, which happens to be Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper. It is in the sale. It may or may not still be available. If it is still available, I'll put the link on my blog for it. From what I can work out with the sale items now, Stampin' Up! Have decided just to keep everything on sale until it runs out. That's what I have worked out anyway, so I'm hoping that's correct, because I think that's quite a good idea. Now, next thing you want is something that is going to be able to sit onto here and then something else to go on it. So my plan by picking this particular paper was that it creates a scene going across the front of it. We'll see how well that works in a minute. As I say, actually, the only time I've made this is my sample, which is this one here. So I actually haven't made any other ones. Oh, isn't it fun to do this together? All right, so my little mats, I have done 4.5 by 10 centimeters, and then my pieces of Designer Series paper, I've done them half a centimeter smaller, not half an inch, because that would be ridiculous. Half a centimeter smaller, and then they will fit nicely onto there and have a lovely gap around the edge, which is 2.5 millimeters around each edge. So then that means that you've got this one 4.5 by 10, the second one 4 by 9.5. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and stick these together. Somewhere around here, there it is, my glue mat. So I'm just going to go silent while I stick these all together, so you'll find that I speed up considerably. It's amazing how that happens. Looking good. Excellent. So now I've got all those. These ones, I don't know if you noticed that I was labeling them 1 to 6 because they are going to be my frieze going across the front here. And then these two pieces are going to be the ones that go on the ends. So let's go for it. So we're just going to add these directly onto the card now and hope that they fit nicely. Oh, look at that, it seems to fit nicely. That's a bonus. sure it all folds up. Yay. And then on this side, I was planning on putting a little lantern. And then on this side, we've got some more leaves. Cool. So yeah, so hopefully when they open it, it'll look like that, and then they'll be able to open it like this and go, whoa, look at that. That is really cool. So it does seem to be a bit clunky when you open it too far, but you know what? It's got this really cool click clack. And then on the back, you have plenty of space to write whatever you want to write to the recipient. So there you go. And I might somewhere add a greeting onto this, I think. It feels like it needs something on it. It looks quite wintry, really. Not sure whether I can make it into something other than a Christmas card or not, unless it was a sympathy card, but it was kind of a bit depressing for a sympathy card, really. That's terrible, isn't it? So it could be depressing for a Christmas card. Okay, oops. All right, well, I am going to decorate this up a little more and then pop it onto my blog so that you can see it. I will put all the measurements onto my blog, and I hope you have enjoyed my little click-clack card. Thanks so much for joining me. Come and join me next week and we will do something else that's randomly different. Thanks. Bye.